So do you think Mount's honestly going to get back United? I know not in the zone.
Roy, I think he really likes Mount. I think
probably does.
I think he really likes him.
Me.
No, but I think he really likes him.
Yeah, that's a worry.
I actually think as a front three, they've done okay in the first team. The problem is they're not connecting. They missed big chances, Roy, to be fair.
They've not scored a goal.
I know, but they missed some big chances. He should have had 2 or 3
I know.
goals.
Listen, I'm not being a smart ass. But you know what's really important in football?
I know.
What, Roy?
Why did you got all the big money and all the cars and the women?
It's
Put the ball
Big money, cars and women.
order.
We'll get back to Keano and Nev in just a quick second, but remember, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button so that you know when the next Big D video hits. And as ever, if there's something on your mind, if something is bubbling up inside of you that you need to express, please express it in the comments. Big D reads all of the comments and he's always interested in what is on your mind. Anyway, in this clip, Keano, Nev, Righty, Cara, Jill, they all talk about Manchester United's failing midfield and what's going on with Kobbie Mainoo. And they touch upon the main issue that Manchester United are facing at the moment in climbing up the rankings in the Premier League. Anyway, stick around for after the clip because the Big D is going to elaborate on what is being discussed in this clip. So, here are the gang.
With Kobbie, what's happening with Kobbie Mainoo?
He said he's competing with Bruno.
Getting ready to what? Sell him?
Can't help thinking he doesn't fancy him quite because he's never really sort of put him in from the beginning. I mean, I know he's had some injury issues. He's not putting him in there. He's gone with Casemiro and Fernandes. I mean, if you said to me what was the one bit of advice, it'd be have to sort your midfield out because you can't have that midfield. I mean, what happened on Saturday? They actually were quite good for a period in the game when the front three and the back five are very compact together, and you two in midfield are very much tight to each. Once it gets a little bit spread, which to be fair, Fulham started to get that. He then put Mount and Fernandes in there, and then the game just started to open up. Yeah. And then he had to take Mount off, and then he put Agati on there. So before you know it, you've had 3 central midfield partnerships. You've had your back 3 changed. You're changing a lot every game.
You just mentioned 3 or 4 players there. Are they Man United players?
So Agati for me, absolutely.
Is Mount a Man United?
Right, Mount, to be fair, I think he's actually done well in his first 2 games, Roy. But I don't know where he fit. To be fair, if he's keeping Šeško out of the team, who, to be fair, now isn't getting into the team. I know it's early. He'll play tonight probably against.
All right, so do you think Mount's honestly going to get back United? I know not in the zone.
Roy, I think he really likes Mount. I think
probably does.
I think he really likes him.
Me.
No, but I think he really likes him.
Yeah, that's a worry.
I actually think as a front three, they've done okay in the first team. The problem is they're not connecting. They missed big chances, Roy, to be fair.
They've not scored a goal.
I know, but they missed some big chances. He should have had 2 or 3 goals.
I know. Listen, I'm not being a smart ass. But you know what's really important in football?
I know.
What, Roy?
Why did you got all the big money and all the cars and the women? Put the ball
Big money, cars and women.
order.
He didn't
The rest of his money
say no.
Squandered, yeah, rubbish. You know something? At the end of the Gal, can I be honest? The game against Arsenal, first game of the season, I'm thinking, wow, okay, if they're coming like that, it's a lot of energy.
Yeah, I agree.
If these guys, but then, like you said, James,
It's a drop.
How many league goals did Man United get
I'm back to where I was with United.
44 league goals last year. They've got none yet at the moment. That was an OG last week.
Some of the players are running for him though. Like Ahmad, he did this mad skill on the halfway line. He tracked all the way back. Like some of them are running for him.
Oh no, I don't think it's a work ethic.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not saying that. We're not saying
work
we're not
ethic.
trying. Ahmed, yeah. I know he's got a bit of...
No, I like him.
Something.
He's a good player.
Yeah, again,
did well
love
for
that one.
Sunday.
I do like
Yeah, he's got legs.
Yeah, but the thing is, you look at someone like Ahmed with his pace, with his skill, his eye for God, with the right kind of like backing up between, he should be doing a lot better than he's doing. He's a very, very skillful player. He's a good player. I think same with Mbuemo's a very good player. And Kuna.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening with Šeško. What, he's not even... Just put him on there. Let him...
I mean, it's quite early. I mean, he's had 20 minutes against Arsenal and 30 minutes against Fulham. Obviously, he doesn't look like he's up to it yet in terms of the team aren't playing well, but he's not obviously had a chance. I think we'll see more of him. I think he'll play against Burnley on Saturday. I suspect he'll play tonight against Grimsby.
Can I be honest with them players coming to the Premier League,
Let's
right?
hope they're big Grimsby.
Honestly, James, coming to the Premier League...
Hey, Grimsby are a good team,
all of them players. I think Verts is the same,
Grimsby.
Šeško's the same, probably Gyökeres will be the same. All of them. They are absolutely astounded at the pace and the quality and the energy of the Premier League.
Who are?
These players, these new players who are coming in from the German league, and everybody says, yeah, it's so similar because it's so far.
Yeah, I think
they literally they're caught in the lights.
I think Virgil will probably come off that pitch on Monday for Liverpool and thought, what the hell was that? You know what I mean? There'll have been an element of what the hell was that?
Yeah.
You speak to Patrice when he came from the French league in that first game against Manchester City, and he was like, what the hell was that? I think Sesko probably a little bit of that in terms of it's probably passing him by in this.
Then you know what happens with that then, Roy? What happens is you either embrace that or you go, whoa, this is intense. Then we see where you go from there.
They've got to compete with the physicality so that the technical ability comes out, isn't it? So that's going to be.
But you think it's much quicker than when we? Is it much quicker than when we played? Or more physicality? Or players bigger or stronger?
It feels it, Roy, when you watch it sometimes. I know that sometimes, like you're saying, James, there's a lot of passing back there and it's but sometimes it must be for these players because you look at them and they're just like that.
Yeah.
I think Monday was
I'm a little bit torn on the Kobbie Mainoo situation at this particular point because I'm starting to get that sense myself in what Gary Neville's just said there, that Ruben Amorim might just not fancy Kobbie Mainoo at this point. That could be a thing. However, in Kobbie Mainoo's defence and in Ruben Amorim's defence, Kobbie Mainoo has been injured for a lot of the time under Kobbie Mainoo's, under Ruben Amorim's sort of stewardship, and it's been a little bit difficult for him to get a little bit of momentum, unfortunately. So perhaps it's just going to take a little bit of time for Kobbie to work his way into the team. Now, it was the same with Casemiro last season as well. Casemiro wasn't fancied by Ruben Amorim at first, but Casemiro, being the pro that he is, and to be fair, he is a pro and he is still a good player, and he knuckled in, worked hard and got back into the team and became, one of United's most consistent performers last season, if you can call it that. But point being, he wasn't too bad. So I think Kobbie Mainoo just needs to understand that he needs to work hard and get back into the team. And he's not a superstar yet. And yes, he does have all the potential in the world, but he needs to become a master at his midfield craft. And there's no reason why he can't form a partnership with Casemiro. Now, the main problem is, as Roy alludes to here, is that Man United can't score goals. And I think a big part of that is, I've said this on other videos, Ruben Amorim hasn't got his best attacking player in the right position, and that is up front, and Bruno Fernandes. And this should solve the Kobbie Mainoo problem, and that is Kobbie Mainoo should be playing in central midfield, I would say, alongside either Casemiro or Ugarte, and then just let Bruno Fernandes, have a free role up front or wherever he's going to play, number 10 or as a false 9 or whatever. And that would solve the Kobbie Mainoo problem. There's nothing wrong with Kobbie Mainoo. There's no reason why he can't play in that Ruben Amorim system, but I guess he's just set the bar, and this is what I do like about Amorim. He set the bar, he said, this is the standard, you have to rise to this standard, which Casemiro has done, or else you don't play. It's as simple as that. And, I suppose it is going to take time for that to sort of kick in. But this thing with Mason Mount, he does seem to really like Mason Mount. Ten Hag really liked Mason Mount, and he has done well. Although he's playing Mason Mount in the wrong position. He shouldn't be playing him in a number 10. If he's going to play him in midfield. And then have Kobbie, fight Mason Mount for the midfield berth alongside Ugarte or Casemiro. Do that. What's wrong with that? But I don't know. It seems to me that Ruben Amorim is just overthinking the whole situation with Manchester United at this point. But hopefully it clicks. It's interesting and quite prophetic what Kino and Nev sort of have a little side conversation here about Grimsby, because this was obviously filmed before the Grimsby game last night. And Grimsby beat us, although I would say it wasn't necessarily anything to do with the outfield players. That it was more the two mistakes by Onana. Onana should have saved their first one, and he was just clumsy for the second one. So it was two goalkeeping howlers that gave Grimsby that win. I mean, they did put the effort in, and credit to them, they took advantage of that. But United need a goalkeeper. It's as simple as that. Anyway, what do you guys think? What should Ruben Amorim do? Should he start Kobbie? Should he play Mason Mount in central midfield alongside Casemiro and or Ugarte? And what should he do with Bruno Fernandes? Thoughts in the comments, and the Big D will see you in the next one.